I know.
What happens is coffee sponsor. So our coffee sponsor today is South by Southwest. Krista, is that right? Yep, and then you can come on up here. So Krista is going to, she gets to pitch. So your coffee sponsor, the coffee sponsor for us, who provided the free coffee and the bagels. So thank you to Krista. Coffee sponsors are the only ones that you get to pitch here and get a couple minutes to talk about, your business. You can be a coffee business or not a coffee business. We've had both happen here. And then if you're interested in being a coffee sponsor in front of this room here, you talk to Josh from Incubizo. He keeps track of that list for us.
Or Carmen.
Or
Carmen.
who? Carmen. Or Carmen. Or Carmen. I think it's Josh. Okay, and then the one last thing I'll mention before I pass the microphone to you, Krista, we do take photos. Carmen takes photos for us that we use in our 1 million cups social promotions. We're on LinkedIn and we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram and we have a YouTube channel. So there's a waiver sign in the room. If you want to stay out of photos, just let Carmen know that, even later, even if you happen to see her in the back of the room taking a picture and you're like, no, I don't want to be in the picture. My boss doesn't know I'm here today. Then just tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, if you could not include me in the ones that she puts up, then we have no problem. All right, Krista, you get a couple minutes, and I would suggest holding the mic just a little lower because that's.
Thank you, Melissa, Josh, Daryl, for organizing this fantastic opportunity for everyone to get together, share ideas. Love seeing this in Detroit. I'm Krista Seifer. I am a Michigan rep for the South by Southwest Pitch Advisory Board. For those of you who don't know, South by Southwest Pitch is the tech part of the music festival that happens in Austin every spring. So it's next March 8th and 9th is when the pitch is happening, and then it's followed by the music festival. So what I'm asking for is I'm looking for early stage startups to apply to the pitch. This is its 17th year, and the pitch is really important because it highlights early stage startups. Since being launched in 2009, it's highlighted over 650 early stage startups. And these are startups we're looking for that have been established after 2021. 93% of the startups that have pitched on the stage, it's national exposure, actually international exposure. 93% of them receive funding, totaling over $23 billion. And 17% of the participating startups have actually been acquired. So this is a great opportunity to get exposure, funding, meet mentors. It's just a great thought leadership opportunity for those who do attend. The deadline to apply is November 3rd. The entry fee is $220. If for some reason you need support with that, please let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help answer any questions you have about applying to the pitch. And then Daryl asked that I share about my real job. So in addition to South by Southwest Pitch, I'm the Director of Operations for the Michigan Israel Business Accelerator. We are the state of Michigan's lead for partnerships with Israel. And essentially, we look for startups and innovation from Israel that is looking to scale, and we try to attract to Michigan to grow our economy here. So if you're interested in learning more about that, and we have a lot of events and activities in the community in Michigan that highlights Michigan's ecosystems, then feel free to look that up as well. All right, that's all I have.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have parameters about like what the South by Southwest speakers, are they tech speakers specifically? What's the subject matter?
Yeah, so there are many different categories that the different startups can apply to be in. Ag tech and food is new for this year. Health, ag tech, agricultural tech startups, food tech is our new category. Health tech, med tech, biotech, accessibility is another new category. Student startups, anything related to transportation, sustainability, you name it. There are so many categories that startups can fit within when applying. And one other thing is the company, like I said, has to be established after 2021. So very new, can't have raised over $10 million in funding. So if you have any other questions, let me know.
There any questions for South by Southwest before she sits down? Am I off the room?
Go for it.
Carmen, you wanna?
Nope, just the sun.
Oh, Daryl?
Any businesses in Michigan that have won funding through South by Southwest recently?
Yes, I was actually just in Ann Arbor a couple of weeks ago and somebody won the pitch, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but it was a rideshare app that they started because they wanted to find people within their work community that they could ride to work with. So it actually, they might have.
We had somebody present.
She was from, well, then she went on to work for Ford. So I don't know if she was with Ford when she pitched, but she was one of them. And then I met someone else who won. So yes, Michigan has been represented. I'm really hopeful that we can have another Michigan win. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So 9:12, we're right on time. All right, so we are going to have so let me talk about presenting briefly. I know I talked about it, but we are always looking for presenters to come into our community. The easiest way to apply to present your business, hi, Dr. Dana, is to go to 1millioncups.com/present, right? The application is just a few questions. It's your basic information about your business. And then it's like, who are you? What problem are you resolving? And where are you stuck? What would you ask our community? And then you go into the back of the house software, which all of us as organizers look at every single week. And then if people have applied, and you have to have come to an event before to be offered the opportunity to present. We as a community in our organizing community, we can coach you on your presentation, right? So it's a 5-minute-ish presentation. The less that you talk, the more time that you garner information from the audience. And so we help you make sure that your slides, if you want to use slides, match that. So it's 1millioncups.com/present. We have presenters on the 23rd, the 30th, the 13th. Drake, you're working on somebody for the 6th.
Yeah, and I want to make a caveat so that I presented today doesn't feel rushed. 10 minutes would be at one presenter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to feel like they had to.
Okay, I'm gonna say what Drake was just saying. So you're looking for someone for the 6th, which could be you, Milton, we don't know, you shall see. And we have some of the 13th. So, we can do 2 presenters. So right now, today we're gonna do 1 presenter, but this is kind of an impromptu presenter. Brenda's gonna sit up here with me and we're gonna talk about her business because she has 2 businesses. And one of them, she's in the pipeline to present with us, but she's not quite ready for that. So today we're going to talk about her other business where she's stuck. Hi, Daryl, good to see you in here. So we're going to do a kind of a different format today. Now, what Drake was saying was that if you're a single presenter and you get pretty much 35 or 40-ish minutes of our meeting, and you can do your deck, you can do your presentation over 10 minutes if you want to. If we have 2 presenters, it's about 5 minutes, and that's the normal framework for 1 million cups around the country. Okay, so I'm glad you guys are all here because you can go whenever you're traveling. You can look up, is there 1 million cups? I'm somewhere on a Wednesday morning. Is there 1 million cups? And go check them out and see how they compare to what we do here. And then give us feedback if you have a good time or if you even have a bad time, that'll help you to know that. All right, so I'm going to invite Brenda up here to speak with us for a few minutes. Brenda Boris is with Design to Shine. So Brenda, if you want to pull up a chair. And how long has Design to Shine been in business?
Okay, thank you. We've been in business 7 years, but we've been in business in Madison Heights. Years. Yes.
All right. So Brenda was more comfortable trying interview styles. I haven't done it this way before. So thanks for tolerating this new stuff we're going to try. So, and I think, do we have a second mic plugged in or not today? Do you want to try it, Drake? Where we're going? Okay. So Brenda, if you can introduce yourself, talk about why you started the business we're going to talk about today, Design to Shine, and where as a business owner you're feeling challenged right now.
Thank you. Okay, I'm Brenda Boris and a little closer.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I started the business because I really wanted to create a space for professional women to come and feel comfortable and listening to their type of music, experiencing and what I call the MOE experience. That's what I call it in my salon. I call it the Michelle Obama experience. How would I treat Michelle Obama if she walked in my doors? And that's how I treat everyone, from the youngest to the oldest. It doesn't matter. They can be 5, they can be 95. They will get that experience at Design to Shine. And so that's one of the things that I really pride myself on.
Now, as a business owner, you've been owning your business, it's a brick and mortar for 7 years, right? And I'm sure you've had some challenges along the way. So right now, if you could just think from the perspective of, you know, what do I need to do as a business owner that will help me move forward either by the end of this week or maybe the end of this month, because we're a couple weeks from the end of the month. And then as a business owner startup, you should be thinking typically by quarters. So you're coming into your 4th quarter. So what could the audience help you with regarding your biggest challenge to help you have a more successful 4th quarter, or even just in the next couple of weeks? Like, what are you facing as a challenge right now?
Okay, so what I'm facing right now is expansion. This is the last 90 days of the year, and I decided that I would move to a larger space. And so as of tomorrow, I get my inspection, and Tuesday I should be starting the moving. So my challenge is that I'm looking to expand as far as human capital as well. I want to bring some more people on, maybe a makeup artist or braider that can kind of help with that experience that women will have when they come there, and be able to train younger stylists that's coming along, because I have a lot of experience in professionalism and just bringing about a good atmosphere in the salon. So I'd like, you know, to have.
I have a question for you to help us narrow down the ask. So do you want some support regarding expanding to the business? Or do you want to talk about how to potentially find staff at the quality level?
Staff.
Okay, so we want to talk about staffing and how you hire. So I have a couple questions. So the way that we do this at 1 Million Cups is that, you know, what have you tried so far and lessons that you've learned? So when you're hiring now over the last 7 years, what's your hiring process? How do you reach out to people to hire?
So it's only been me, so I don't have a hiring process.
So you have no staff right now. Just you.
Just.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is a big step. So this is a big step to bring someone into the fold. Now, next question, would you be hiring somebody as a part-timer, like part-time, or would you get to give them a 1099 as a contract supporter, or would you give them a W-2 because they'll be working for you as an employee, part-time or full-time?
1099. Yes, I would do with 1099.
And then how soon are you looking to hire somebody?
Probably within the next 2 weeks.
Well, it's 2 weeks. And then, okay, so everyone's thinking, right? They got their thinking caps on, because we're gonna ask you in a few minutes to help support her in this process. When you move to your bigger location, are you gonna keep the smaller one, or is that one closing down? You're
Well,
leaving, it's your house.
Yeah, I'm just transferring everything.
Okay. Into a newer, larger location.
And
Okay.
can I just say one thing? I'm still in the same building. I'm just moving to a larger suite.
Same building, moving to a larger suite.
Yes.
So that's fabulous. I'm glad to hear that you're not at your house, that you have an actual location that you bring people to, and you have a quality type of service that you're offering.
Yes.
All right, it's a big move to go as a startup from being a solopreneur to bringing somebody in. Have you ever had somebody work for you like a little bit, a couple of days, a contractor, or someone you thought would be part-time over the last 7 years, and how did that go?
Yes, and it went well until the pandemic hit. And then I had to. So,
And so you did let them go.
yes.
So say that.
So it went well until the pandemic hit, and then I had to let her go. Well, she had to leave anyway. She was, you know,
Yeah. And you haven't hired since then.
no.
How did you find that person that worked with you?
Well, she was actually a friend of mine who we worked together before. She was already a hairstylist. And so
When you look for staff this time, are you planning on going to your friend list, or are you going to list an opportunity in the world? So,
I've been softly going to my friend list already, but I kind of want to meet some new people.
okay, are you guys about ready to offer some suggestions to Brenda? Yes, okay, so this is how we're gonna roll. You have the cordless mic, so I'm gonna take that from you. I'm gonna give you this one. We want questions in the mic and answers in the mic so that we can record for the Zoom. So Brenda gets information on this. We can put it on YouTube so people can see what it's like being here, and then you could be heard. So you want to start, Diana? Come on up here. You can sit if you feel like it.
Well, anyway, I worked at one of the largest braiding salons in the city of Detroit as a teenager at Wig Village. And at Wig Village, we had at least maybe about 40 operators. But the best place for you to target to be able to get some braiders or whatever for your salon is to go to some of the hair braiding schools. I happen to have a friend whose name is Preston and Anna's Beauty Salon, and they have over 4, schools that they have. And they are not the only schools that are around, but you can go there because you have many graduates who are graduating from these schools, and they specialize in all the various different styles of braiding. And so if I were you, I would go there to get, my, braiders. And then I would do I don't know what you plan to do in terms of commission or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and consider what commission you want to split with the braider. So that's my suggestion.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was great, Diana. That was good advice. So part of the share that you guys are offering is if you have an experience in this that you'd like to share, just to see if you can glean something from that. If you have a connection like Diana just offered, that's what we would like to hear. Or if you just want to say there's something that you've tried that worked or didn't work, that would also help our presenters. So who's next? Come on up. We're going to do that. David, you want to go next? What do you want to talk about?
So it's exciting news, right? Your new space. I would craft a introduction to the new space via email of some sort. I'm sure you have collected emails over time. In that introduction, include whatever you're looking for in terms of hiring, right? So you're looking for support. So it's a combination of, hey, I'm excited about the new space and what it looks like. And then you could have AI help you, make it sound even better. And so that would be kind of the starting point that I would go with.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, come on up if you want to speak, and come on up and stand kind of off here to the right. Daryl, you want to go first? And you, both you, Daryl, come on up.
You can go.
All right, Daryl, this is Daryl Hill.
I am Daryl Dennis, DD.
Sorry.
Really quickly, do you have content of the clients you've styled and everything? Like, do you have pictures and videos and things like that? Like we need.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I do. I have, but not a whole lot, but I do have some.
Okay.
Ask her what a whole lot is.
Yes.
What is the one?
So I'm not really good at taking pictures of my work. And that's been my downfall, so.
I checked. I see you have a domain. I think starting to build content online would be strategic, social media and getting a website. That way people can you can explain what Design Shine is, and that MOE model, your branding will speak for you. And then you can start to create internship programs or even just paid positions on your branding. Do you mostly use Facebook branding?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that just promoting that beautiful message you shared with us in the beginning, along with more of your work, would really capture.
Here, so we're gonna go with one mic.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead and instruction.
Okay.
Tell us what you think.
So thank you very much for that. And I do have, I'm sorry. I do have some content, and I do have a website that's being worked on.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. We're gonna turn this one on. We're gonna have this guy before. Yeah. So, okay. So,
Yeah, just real quick.
I'm back on the mic. There you go.
I want to take you back to day one.
Yeah.
What would you do differently today that you didn't know back then?
Well, close. Can't hear you. Say-
What would you do differently today that you didn't know back then? If you could go back to the first day you started your business.
I would do more visioning, like getting my vision clear. I would do more of that. You know, now that I look back, I would definitely do more visioning. I would kind of just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I would bring more people in sooner, a lot sooner.
Last question. What advice do you have for new or emerging business owners that might be in this room today?
Hold it close.
Okay, so my advice for new emerging business owners would definitely be continue to work on yourself. You know, make sure that you are speaking to the person or being the person that you want to attract.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, we those two foundations.
Sure.
Come on up. You got a question, got something to offer? Yeah, here you go.
Good morning. I am so proud of you. This is amazing.
Hold a little closer.
I love how you're branding yourself. Everybody remembers you saw
I think they have to go a little louder.
Some of these things.
Thank you for keep one of that, you know.
My question to you is, what type of hair do you work with? Do you work with multicultural hair? Do you work with, I heard braiding. Can you tell me a little bit more about what your focus is?
Well, hold on, I haven't had to interrupt. I'm sorry. It's a good question. This is more of a curiosity question about what kind of product or what kind of business she does. But what she's looking for is information on how to hire staff. And so if you can start with, you know, how do you, whatever your question is going to be, but couching it in the, what she's looking for was like, she's going to hire someone new, maybe family, maybe not. And then, you know, direct your question towards that.
Yeah, so when you're hiring people or looking to hire people or expand the business, what type of people are you looking for? What type of hair would you work with? Because that will kind of broach
Good.
how you can start advertising what you do.
Repeat your question and then answer if you can.
Oh, my.
What, depending on the people you hire, what do they need to know how to do? What they are to do.
So the people that I hire, I would like for them to do much more than what I offer, which is I offer a lot. I deal with a lot of natural hair for African American women, but I'm open for Hispanics. I'm open for anyone that is professional. Because that's one of my biggest things is that I like a professional atmosphere, not stuffy, but professional.
And then what
And
kind
so-
of work do they need to have?
And so I would like for them to be able to you do all textures of hair. It can be straight, curly, color, extensions, all of that.
That's
Everything.
Yes, that's what, when you start looking to hire, those are the kind of people that you're going to want to find.
Yes.
That are, you know, they're people that can look for, oh, I do this, oh, I do braiding.
Yes.
I do weaving, so those are the kinds of people you want to attract because professional women want a certain look and feel. So all of your ads should focus on that. These are the professional women.
And I call it ambidextrous in the chair, that they can do more than one thing.
Yeah, nice. All right, Tanisha, if you want to come on up. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You can pay me a banana pudding.
Okay. Can you guys hear Tanisha in the back?
Can you hear me in the back?
Oh, all right.
Okay, good. They can. Okay. You probably know, you probably don't know what I'm going to say, but you kind of get an idea how I work. So, in regards to hiring, I would think of this as a project. And give it a timeline. And what I'm going to give you is the T. So I have an acronym for you, T. So time, I would tell you to document what you're doing, document your time and what you're working on. Since you're the one person doing everything, you can document what you're doing. So you have a better understanding of what you want someone else to do, or better yet, what you don't want to do. And then E for energy, I would save your energy and grab a job description off one of these job sites and get an idea of how other people are hiring and how they're describing the job, and take that and then apply it to how you documented your time and what you don't want to do, or the description that you want the individual to do. And then attention, focus your attention on this project for a certain period of time. If you said 2 weeks, 2 weeks, make a decision in 2 weeks. Good, bad, or indifferent, make a decision and move on and start training and get it done.
Thank you.
So my daughter, this is real quick, my daughter, went to Crockett, and she was so exceptional because she started grading and she was real young. She was so exceptional that the Tree Press came and did an interview on her. Then she got several invitations to work at salons. And every one of the first 3 jobs she had as salon were nightmares because the people who hired her did not have clear expectations of her. And so anything that she did that they, for example, she has a friend that didn't live far from the first salon she worked at, brought her lunch a couple of times. And she says, you're supposed to be working. You don't get a lunch break. Well, why didn't you tell me that at the beginning? So what I'm saying to you is make sure you have clear expectations that you relate to the person that you want to hire, and give them the opportunity to decide whether or not it's going to be a good fit for them. Don't waste your time or theirs.
So one of the things that I heard you say that you'd like to not do again, right, is just fly by the seat of your pants. And so my question to you is, have you sat down and really mapped out and done a strategic plan based on the expansion and the seating that you may have, and what types of individuals you're bringing into the?
I have, I actually.
Hold it close, Brenda. The people in the back can't hear you.
Okay, I actually have it written down where I could, yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I do have it written down. I just decided to make this move probably about a week ago today, actually. And so I did write it down though, prior to me making the decision. And so I know what I want. I know how I want things to flow in the salon. And I know what type of person that I'm looking for. So I'll know who it is when I see them, when I talk to them and get to know them. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that. And based off of what you said, you'll know, right? And I'm gonna give you this as I do consulting and bookkeeping and a whole bunch of stuff, right, in my business. But one of the things that I would say, and that I tell all of my clients, is it's great that you know. However, if you're looking to expand, you want to make sure that it can actually be communicated in a way that someone else can actually communicate it as well. Meaning that, like, if I were to call, right, and your receptionist answered or whoever answered, and I said, hey, I'm looking to come in and get my hair done. My hair is a little bit different. And so I need to make sure that someone that may burn my hair, they've got experience with my hair type, right? And your place sounds amazing, but making sure that they know who that person would be that could serve me, because you've shared your vision into hearing them.
Okay.
They said something, let's talk about it. But we,
So we are taking questions, coming up and get in line here if you'd like. We're gonna do this about 10 more minutes.
I'm
okay?
gonna just scream it from here.
Drake has something.
Yeah, this is from Justin on Zoom. Justin just says, he'd advise you to post on LinkedIn and Indeed for job openings. Also, like others have said, you could contact local salons and beauty schools to source recent graduates. And then someone said, I think, and Justin also said he managed to find your Facebook Design to Shine, but it looks like it's used for personal as well as company. So he suggests really just making it dedicated to your company.
Yeah, making a business Facebook is important. And Diane, if I bump the line for 1 second, earlier, Daryl Dennis, he had asked you if you had any pictures or content or anything, and you had said, I'm not good at taking pictures, which we all kind of feel like that at some point. But maybe those people who've gotten their hair done or consistently come to you all the time, they will just give you a picture. Like you can just text them or email them and say, hey, I'm going to get ready to launch a new Facebook. It's just my business. Can you send me a picture of like one of your favorite styles or things that we've done at my salon, just so I can help post, what my work looks like, because they know you're not going to take them pictures. So think about that. All right, Diane.
I was thinking about what you said, that you were interested in expansion. And you moved because you were interested in expanding your business. And I want to know at this particular point, how many operators did you think about setting up for in this particular business?
I have openings for 2 more, including myself.
Okay. So you have about 3 stations? Okay. Is there at any time that you think about further expansion? The reason I was saying that, because as an administrator of a school that I used to work for, I was the person who sets up proprietary schools. And you were saying that, you're into this, but you can actually further this particular business if you want to set up a proprietary school for a beauty salon. Then that way you can expand that way, maybe get a larger space, and then you can be able to have a space where your girls would be doing people's hair, as well as being able to hire teachers to teach them about various different styles. And so my friend that I was telling you about, President and Anna's Beauty School or whatever, I also had worked with them and saw how they went from just having a regular salon to move from the salon to a proprietary school, from the proprietary school, the build out and everything of the building again, to go from there all the way to have 5 schools today. So with the type of industry that you're in, you could expand. I tried to get my daughter to do that. She didn't have that mindset. But if you want to take it that way, the world is big and large, and there is room for you too.
You just broke my mindset. Just want you to know that, okay? Because I had not been thinking on that level, but I am now. Thank you.
Hello, how are you? My name is Felicia. Nice to meet you. Okay, so with all of the great feedback that everyone's been giving you, I did hear you say that you're the only one. So what are you doing to delegate or help share the workload? Have you been thinking about staffing in those areas as opposed to getting new graders? Because there's going to be a tons more of jobs and responsibilities. So what are you doing to weather that transition?
So I'm actually, thanks to, can I say?
Yeah.
Thanks to Open Thrive, I am working with a website developer, and she's helping me with some things, but I'm looking to having her to do more with me as far as like my social media and like that. But that's it. I haven't done anything else, to be honest. I can do like maybe a receptionist or someone that can, help answer questions that clients may have, yeah, so I'm open for that. I'm really open for a lot of things. I don't know what expansion looks like in its completeness, but I am open.
That's great. Thank you for that. But I was meaning like, as you being the only, you're running your operation yourself, right? You wear all the hats, but you might not necessarily specialize in those. So yes, a receptionist, but So are you gonna write your job descriptions? Are you gonna go out? You know, what does that look like? Because then your time gets like, small.
Okay. So, well, if I could answer your question like this. So far, I haven't saw a need to bring in a lot of people. But I will look at that because I do want to streamline my processes and make life easier for me. So I can spend less time behind the chair and more time doing some of the things that I want to do as far as like building a business.
Right.
So thank you. Like that.
Blessings and prosperity to you. Congratulations on your business. I have two questions for you. One is, how in depth are you in your industry as a whole, like connected with the community, schools, other organizations? And then the second one is, what is your process for employment and expansion?
Okay, so I don't have a process. I'm gonna answer the last question first. I don't have a process for the expansion.
For hire.
Or for hiring. The main thing that I have right now is a willingness to do it and the ability to do everything that I want to do because of experience, right? However, I do have a vision and I have written my vision down, so that's probably in line with having a plan for my vision for my business. But yeah, I guess my short answer would be that I'm open. Okay.
Okay, one thing I would suggest is getting a mentor in the space where you're going on expansion and employment. Two, use ChatGPT and seeing what that looks like, going to the next steps. Three, you can do your KPIs, so that's your key performance indicators on what you expect for your employees. There's a couple of books that I would recommend. One would be Measure What Matters. And then the second one would be the 12-week year. So in the 12-week year, you basically have your 3 goals, and then they have your tasks and tactics that you need to do each week for you to accomplish those goals. And those are just tools that I use within my industry, especially going into employment.
Thank you. And I really like the fact that you recommended a mentor because I am looking for a mentor in that, So thank you for that. And I love to read, so thank you for the books.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
I'll go back and look at the YouTube.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Teresa. I just want to, for what I want to share, and the focus back to the contractors between 299 that you want. Your branding is awesome. I love it, the Michelle Obama experience. It's great. I think that, what I have to offer is that if you begin to look for those people that you want in your salon, make sure that you focus the attraction on your branding, because you can get stylists, right? You can get braiders that have those skill sets. But you want to make sure you bring to the forefront what you expect out of them as far as your branding, because being on the other side of sitting in the chair, I know I look for stylists that are professional and that want to pamper the clients. And so I just offer that. So make sure that that's key. That's one of the top things when you're looking for someone and when you're posting your help wanted ads, is to make sure that there's the understanding that we're here designing to shine. We want the Michelle Obama experience. And if you can give me that, you're the one I'm looking for.
Thank you so much.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Eric. Thank you again for being so vulnerable and sharing all of those beautiful things with us. The thing that I want to suggest, I love again the Michelle Obama experience. So I think when you're adding somebody to your team, we're talking about culture fit, and we all know about culture fit, meaning that you want somebody who has your values, follow your values, and you have those non-negotiables very, very clear from the beginning, but also you want culture add. So meaning those people that maybe have those strengths where you have those opportunities. You need to focus on the things that you need more help with. Yes, you need help with the salon, but think about the social media portion. Those are especially younger people that are very like savage with all those things. So think about like, okay, you're bringing somebody, what are those opportunities? What are my opportunities? You as a owner, as a founder, what are those opportunities? And then when you're interviewing, when you're hiring those people, think about what they can complement you as well. So culture fit, your values, that experience has to be always there. The beautiful experience that you're providing, but as well, what they're adding to you. Right? So those two important things, and then manifest those things the same way we manifest a partner, the same way we manifest anything, we manifest somebody because they're going to be your family. You're going to treat them as your team, your family. So how you're going to welcome those people, manifest the people that you are in your team, and then those are the people you're going to attract. Okay. Thank you. So,
Do you have one more, Carmen?
I don't know if, someone mentioned this, and I'm not sure if it's in your, marketing or in writing at all. But if you are going to put it in print or on your website, a Michelle Obama experience or the Michelle Obama experience, get it trademarked. Find out if you can get it trademarked. Because it might just have to be the Michelle experience or something, but get it trademarked, because then it's yours. Make a t-shirt, get a keychain, and then you can monetize on that, but get it trademarked. It's not expensive to do that.
All right, no more. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna wrap things up a little bit early here today, but let's clap for Brenda because she didn't know she was doing that. We can stand up. So thank you to Brenda. She didn't know she was doing this today. This was impromptu, and I thought the interview way style kind of works. Did you guys like that? Maybe that was good. Yeah, typically we're doing all that standing up. So for those of you who are going to be presenting coming up in the next couple of months, typically you're standing up and someone stands up. So you can ask for this, I guess. Thank you so much, Brenda. We'll get you the video will be up by Friday. So, time to kind of wrap up. We might wrap up a little bit early. That's good, right? So Drake, who would like to speak on behalf of Thrive, Oakland Thrive? All right, so we're going to wrap up with a message from our community sponsor. I'm just going to remind you that the venue, you can hang out here for at least a half hour, socializing, networking afterwards. And if you'd like to stay and use a workspace, talk to Carmen or Josh. And there's lots of coffee and bagels, so don't make Krista have to carry stuff home. Stay and like eat and drink as much as you can so that that's gone. And we very much appreciate you coming. Invite people to attend. The more people in the room, the better advice we all get, right? And then we also like to do a group picture at the end because we use that as our thumbnail on YouTube. So if you'd like to be in the group picture, Carmen will take our photo. It's pretty fabulous every time. And so we will just have you gather up front here, and Brenda will be kind of in the front. We'll give her a little bit of swag for presenting today, and we'll do a group picture. You can just squish up in it. Carmen's pretty quick about that. That works for you, right? And then we're going to let Drake, who's with Oakland Thrive, talk with you about what our upcoming events that are coming, upcoming events, and what Oakland Thrive can do for every one of you if you're in Oakland County. All right, passing the mic now, and then it'll be group picture time. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Brenda. And thank you, everyone who came up and provided feedback today. That is the lifeblood of this whole experience. And it does not work without it being a community engagement activity, which, as you can see, for those of you who are here for the first time, is a very engaging experience. And certainly we appreciate you, Brenda, for stepping up to the plate, impromptu today. So, we are Oakland Thrive. We are the one of the community sponsors for this event, this program, and we've been sponsoring it, as Melissa said, since March. But we have lots of other events that take place throughout Oakland County And our goal is to support the Oakland County Economic Development Department in helping small businesses, solopreneurs, and entrepreneurs to do exactly what our name says, to thrive. And so I'm just going to take the time to mention some of the events that we have coming up through the end of this month. And I have the dates, but I don't have the days of the week. So you're going to have to look those up. I'm just going to say the day and you can look them up. And we have speed networking is going to be going on Halloween at Bamboo in Royal Oak. We have Fearless Futures, which is a strategic planning workshop that's going to go on at our office in Pontiac. That is going to be on the 30th of October. So we're working backwards, if you didn't notice. Yes, and so for anybody who is in the strategic planning stage of their business, certainly please take advantage of it. These are free. None of these cost any money, and you're going to be able to get some really expert insights on what you need to do to move your business forward. Coffee and Connections, empowering local businesses. Anybody who's on the other side of the county, this is going to take place in Highland, at the Highland DDA office on the 30th of October. The morning is going to conflict with our day, but I'm going to have to talk to my other SBC consultant about that. And then we have on the, I don't see the date on here, but these are on our website. Protecting intellectual property, brand breakthroughs, storytelling, and podcasting, and a whole host of other really enriching workshops and activities that you can take advantage of if you visit oaklandthrive.com. You'll be able to see some really great activities that you can participate in. And please, I don't know if we sent the sign-up sheet around, but we really want to be able to capture everyone who's here today. I represent Novi, South Lyon, Wixom, Northville, and New Hudson. But we have consultants that span out the entire county. We want to make certain we hit all those areas. So if you're in one of those, please see me. And if you're not in one of those, we have someone to assign to you if you haven't been assigned. And thank you for all the newcomers, and thank you for all the people that have returned, because you are the ones who make this a true crusade. And so, thank you, Carmen, for the wonderful pictures that you take. And I'll be remiss, I want to give a shout out to Elizabeth Mays, who is here. She has a third generation Detroit-based printing company, Mays Printing. And you don't see a lot of third generation businesses from anybody. So you guys are almost up there with the Fords. You say you and your dad in there, y'all are keep big ups. He's second generation. Well, second and third, and now you got to work on the fourth. So okay, so anyway, thank you.
I'll let for group photo.
Yeah, let's get up for the group photo. If you have your cup, please bring it up. If you don't have your cup and you have your journal, bring that up. And if you don't have either, just bring yourself up. And let's surround Brenda so we can get this wonderful photo out.
Here's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
All right, so if you guys can gather up to the front.
Yeah, we're gonna be this, like this. So I'm gonna stand here. Y'all are gonna stand here. By the way, you guys have known me as a Michigan Works proxy, and now I am an Incubizo proxy. Yay! I am now on the team with Josh here, so you will see me here as a here person.